It's Tuesday, October 30, 2018. As we all just seen this so far, this is a beautiful day here. And now let's talk about the Red Sox. How Red Sox win the World Series when Game 5. After all the things they gone through, they finally met to win the World Series on Sunday. It all started in game one at home. They won 2 games to 0 in game two and hit it off, and then the epic 18th inning. Those guys swinging, trying to get the home run. It's been a back and forth heavyweight, two heavyweights, and the Red Sox. I mean, it's been crazy ever since. Pitchers combined, and then we saw the hit in the 18th inning, 18, the longest game in the World Series ever in Game 3. The Dodgers they won about 3-2, and the series is 2 games to 1. And game Blake hit a home run to keep the 0 in the bottom of the set. However, the Rangers came back within a 2 minutes with a comeback. The, all the Dodgers, they destroyed the Dodgers with 1, 2, 3, 4 ones, and including 5 ones, and the Rangers said they lead, and then it keeps and the home runs of the ones just keep and coming. 9 runs in this game, in game 4. It all won for the Red Sox, and the score was 9-6. Our final score in game 4. 3 games to 1 Sunday. Just like man, I never saw it coming. The Reds just took out the Bombers, stormed the Dodgers away, and just like that, they won the World Series. The Dodger fans didn't like the Dodgers manager, booing the Dodger manager. The manager didn't know what to do. I mean, last year the Dodgers they were close to win the World Series here in Game 7. They failed last year. This Sunday, they failed. Last year, they failed. Last Sunday, they failed to win the World Series and try to get back the best of 7. Try to bounce back. Couldn't do it. They failed. Dodgers are done. I mean, what's happened with them? They had a great series here. They had a great game. They had a good game. They showed they mail. I mean, the Dodgers said they're going to end the draft of the 1988, and it didn't happen. It just did for sure. So the Boston Red Sox won the game on last Sunday, won the World Series. The parade having started here today. And what can I say? The Boston Red Sox, they won 9th franchise in Clinton. That's one of the best games ever. They did to the Yankees. They did to at home, and when they in for it, they were the number 1 seed. They did to the Yankees. They did to the Astros, and then in Game 5, they did to the Dodgers on Sunday. Now, what can I say? If the Red Sox right now are the best team to win the World Series back to back, 100% says yes. this Sunday they won the World Series. I mean, like David Ortiz said, this is a great thing for sure. And blah blah blah. And then we talk about the Dodgers. That's why I like Dodgers, the managers, Dave Roberts, the LA. No, it wouldn't damn happen. I mean, Dodgers did the best they could. They did the best they could, and it never happened. He's feel sorry though, but they still got a chance. Maybe next year. Okay, back to the WWE Evolution, the all women pay per views, just women's. I mean, they put on a show Sunday, one of those ladies on the women's division, and then let's check each other. And look at this. 3 months ago, man, they announced, she did announce the all women's pay per view of the women's evolution. She did a nice job. I respect her, and I respected that. And it was a a, a good show of WWE Evolution. Now you got stuff going on. You got Lita and Trish returning to the ring. You team with Alexa Bliss. Well, anyway, Alexa Bliss didn't compete because she got a concussion. Lita and Trish teamed up with Alicia Fox and Mickey James, and they won the match. It was so good to be at with Lita and Trish Stratus. They are the best of the tag team, best of friends. These would be the best of enemies a decade ago, back in the decade, and then this decade, they are the best of friends. Razor won the WWE NXT champion, got back from Sing. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, two of the best of enemies, bring at each other all over the way on. They fight everywhere. They from tape to tables to letters to shells, everything. They are all over the two of them are all over the place. They are fighting against each other, and in the end, it was an epic match of the last woman standing match. Charlotte came out short, and Becky Lynch won. This Sunday, on November the 18th, is going to be the Survivor Series. The SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch faces the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey. It starts on November 18th at Survivor Series. And then you got Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella. I mean, remember that time when Nikki Bella, when the Bella twins, they're attacking Ronda Rousey after the match for the win against the White Squad. The Bella twins got away with it. They attacked Ronda Rousey. They turned heel, and then they destroyed Ronda Rousey. And then on the last the next 2 weeks before the evolution began, and they get slapped the taste out of Ronda Rousey, and then on Sunday's match, it was Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella. Man, it's kind of cool. It was unbelievable, but Nikki just came off short. Ronda Rousey retains the Raw Women's Champion. I like it. I like Ronda Rousey's. And they said they're going to be back in that the champion. Champion versus champion match. It's not no titles on the line, but it's going to be champion versus champion match. So what can I say? Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. And also don't forget the DJ match, Shawn Michaels and Triple H facing The Undertaker and Kane of Brothers of Destruction. That's Joy starring this fighting. Also, you heard about this John Cena. John Cena will not be competing at Crown Joy. And Daniel Bryan will not going to be competing at Crown Joy also. Now you got the NASCAR race, Martinsville. It's an exciting race. It was an exciting race ever. Martin Truex Jr. and Joey Logano battled it out. They were battled like 6 laps to go. They were fighting for the win. And Truex got first. They were battling for the win. They're going back and forth each other. 1 lap to go, the final lap, then the last turn, Martin Truex Jr., who was going to win, got bumped by Joey Logano. Logano made a bump and won. And that's when it all happened. It all breaks down. And I think John Logano did move Martin Truex Jr. out of the way. And then that's what it says. So Joey did won the race, but Martin Truex Jr. wasn't happy about that. Went behind the back button of Joey Logano, and he was mad. Very mad. Very angry. So after the race, Martin Truex Jr. went to the interview to get frustrated. It's bad. At the same time, it was a good race, but at the same time, it was not. Truex Jr. told the reporter they may won, but and he told the world about Joey Logano and his crew. They may won the belt, but they did not win the war. They may won the belt, but they ain't win the war. But Joey Logano, they made one. I said they made Joey Logano that it's not gonna be. So that's what the things that Martin Truex Jr. said. So what's up with that? I mean, Martin Truex Jr. said Joey Logano is not gonna win. Or Truex do. He said they're not. I mean, Joey Logano says. I mean, Martin Truex Jr. said Joey he told all the fans, and he went like this. Truex went like this, and told everyone that Joey Logano may not win the championship, or Martin is. And like Kyle Busch just said, and like Kyle Busch, what he did to Kyle Larson in Chicago, and won the race, and then doing like this with that's kind of funny. But it's just racing. And there was fans thinking like they were like people talking about they were like crybabies in NASCAR. But there's no crying here in NASCAR. Come on now. You always got to say something like this on and on and on and on and on. In NASCAR, the championship, John Logano is going to the championship in Miami. And Martin Truex Jr. is going to try to win in Texas. Who knows? I don't know. I really don't know. Stuff like this can happen. Stuff like this can happen in Martinsville. It's short track racing. Short track. In Miami on November 18th, ahead of the Survivor Series, things are going to get very interesting. It's going to be a good show in NASCAR, 4 contenders. 3 races to go. And then that's it. That's all we have to say about now. It's all about the NASCAR until the end of this year. And then that will be it. So that's all we have to say about now. And look, check it out for tomorrow at 7 o'clock. It's right here. Check it out tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Right here on the Joseph Curtis Show. We're going to talk about this and that, for instance. We're going to talk about this. That's all I have to know. See you later. Peace. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.